Yo, welcome everybody to another rendition of Delete Laws. Thanks for coming. You're going to get to watch me build the teaching board for Constitutional Law Scholar. Okay, so there's Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. Getting, I'm getting a feedback real bad. Hold on one second. What is going on? Oh, there we go. Oh no. I gotta turn this bad chicken I gotta turn this bad chicken all the way down. I'll wrap with you guys. Oh, you know what I could do? Is that um there we go. Can you guys hear me all right? What is going on out there in the land of America? How are you guys doing? What is going on? I hope you guys can. Oh, maybe I can flip this. Let me see if I can do like this. But I've wanted to show you guys this studio for a while. So, Chevy, where you been, Playboy? So, I've been wanting to show you guys the studio for a while. So this is the studio. This is what I've been working on all this time, trying to get everything set up so I could build this board game, Constitutional Law Scholar. Chevy, what's up, Playboy? Plead the Fifth is here. Death Angel, Justin Boner. What's going on, Justin Boner? Chevy, Bruce, what's going on, Justin? How are you guys? Thanks for hanging out with me for a little while. You know, I've got a couple hours. I think I'm going to start again tomorrow on this, and I'm going to sit and let me see if I can. Let me see if this works. And boom, just like that. All of a sudden, I'm in a different place. Forgive me. Check, check, check. Hey, everybody. Can you guys hear me okay? Give me a 5x5. Give me a 5x5. Oh, my old friend, Paul Enslaved. Hey, Paul. How you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a while. What happened that was beyond embarrassing? I hope that you're okay. Can you guys hear me all right? I put on the headphones, and can you guys hear me okay on the mic? You're gonna have a little echo because you guys can see how big this room is. It's got a tiny bit of an echo. But everybody, welcome Paula Enslaved. Nice to see you, Paul. Hope you're doing okay, man. What's the matter, you? What's going on? How you doing, man? What is going on? I was just working on this wall for a couple hours. Show me audits. What is going on? You know, I guess while we're here, I could show you a couple videos that I saw that just absolutely made my blood boil. Thanks for the super chats. Yo, Chevy, thanks, man. Tower time. What's going on? In case someone needs another trifold. I really haven't been showing any pullover videos lately or anything, so I haven't really sold very many trifolds. If I show pullover videos, then people buy more trifolds. Tower time. Lou, my amigo, my friend, what is going on? How are you guys? Jack is here. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. Oh, you guys, I'm just going back. Bet $1,000 he's listening to my channel. I've never seen your channel. Power inherent to the people. I think I got an email from you, but I've never seen your channel yet. So I'm building a wall to teach how to play the board game. That's what I'm doing. Everybody hit the like button. Sorry, the lighting is really bad. I don't have any lights set up right here, but there's a couple videos I can show you guys that just absolutely made my blood boil. I'm not really set up, I guess. Oh, this one right here. If this doesn't make you mad, absolutely nothing will make you mad if this doesn't make you mad. So check this out. This is just going to make your blood just disgusting. And the video that goes along with this says Officer Christopher Corderio acquitted. He tasered a man 9 times during a traffic stop, killing him. Man told officer he's diabetic and needed to finish a meal to raise his blood sugar before he could get out of the car. Officer pulled man from car. Man also told officer he has a heart condition. So I watched it and made my blood boil. So you guys can.
This is Christopher Cordero. The former officer was arrested on July 27th for negligent homicide. Court documents show Cordero pulled the victim from his car after he refused to get out in that December traffic stop. He then tased that man 9 times, even though the man made it clear he had a heart condition. When backup arrived, Cordero had his knee in the man's back with his face down in a ditch. The victim was pronounced dead on scene. If convicted of the crime, he faces a maximum sentence of 1 year in jail and a $2,500 fine.
After deliberating for more than an hour and a half, the jury reached that verdict, not guilty. Christopher Cordero will be cleared of those charges. And I want to take you to the video the moment he learns of his verdict, the judge reading what the jury had decided. Cordero starts crying and puts his head into his hands. So back in December of 2022, Cordero pulled Michael Hanna over for a suspended license due to a DWI. Cordero and his attorney did not have any comments today, but I did speak with the state prosecutor.
Yeah,
they just disagreed with our position. They felt we didn't prove our case, and so they found him not guilty. And
they just didn't agree with our position and felt as though we didn't prove our case. You mean that you didn't put on a very good case? Is that what you mean? I'm not keeping up with the chat. Sorry, guys.
And I totally respect that.
Oh, he does?
So I'm disappointed in the outcome.
So a cop kills a guy, and this guy totally respects I totally respect that. We lost, and I totally respect that.
They just disagreed with our position. They felt we didn't prove our case, and so they found him not guilty, and I totally respect that. And so I'm disappointed in the outcome, but I can't disagree with the effort they put forth.
The jury of 12 heard 10 testimonies from eyewitnesses to assisting officers, investigators, and the medical examiner who determined the cause of death of Michael Hanna. The prosecution arguing Cordero escalated a traffic stop to a struggle that caused Hanna's death, and the defense arguing that the officer who used force on a person resisting arrest. Now, after the trial, we talked and tried to talk with the family of Michael Hanna, but they did not have any comments as they walked out of the courtroom.
Yeah, he gets away with killing
This is
somebody.
Christopher.
I mean, it's just it's just the most absurd, ridiculous world that we're living in when we know what happened. We know that he tased the guy 9 times. We know that this cop killed the man. But then they find him not guilty of killing the guy. And I don't think they were charging him with murder. They're charging him with manslaughter. But he's free of that too. But we know that he tased him 9 times. Don't they teach you not to tase somebody 9 times? I'm just wondering, isn't that what they teach you? You don't tase somebody 9 times? I just have such a hard time understanding life under the microscope. What's going on? Oh, is that right? He's saying that, can you look into another thing in my area? The incoming governor about to pardon Eric Devil Kurt, I don't know how to say his name. It's sad, sad, sad. Former detective Devil Kennery, unalived and unarmed man in his own yard. And then, of course, the new governor coming in as a copsucker. Is that what you're telling me? And so it's like, ugh, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. Are you getting silenced, Jack? You guys don't time out or silence Jack, all right? Don't go too far off the rails, Jack, but thanks, man. It's just constant. It's every day. You know, I just jumped on. All I've been doing is working on Constitutional Law Scholar all day. This is what I've been doing, trying to do my thing. And so I'm not prepared at all. I don't have any videos set up or anything.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Whoa, let's watch that again. It says, we are so desensitized to violence against us, normalize fighting back. That's what this says. So let's watch it again. Okay, so this cop is being abusive to this guy. He's grabbing him. Okay. And he's trying to. So the guy punches the cop in the face. It keeps on going big no matter what I want.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And then it shows him beat the cop up.
Oh my God.
So here's the thing, right? Like, this cop he's taught. I think you're not blocked, Sir Winston. I see you. No, nobody's blocked, man. So
Oh my God. Oh my God.
okay, so did he pull his hair? Is that what the cop did? I'm trying to see what the cop did that triggered this guy to start slugging him. Oh, he did grab him by the hair. I see. He started pulling him around by his hair. He's grabbing him by his hair twice. Watch.
Oh my God.
So, you know, I mean, it's like, how much can we deal with here? You know, how much violence, how much aggression, how much hostility can we put up with from the police? And look, I do not recommend that you in any way, shape, or form fight the police. That's not what I'm saying at all whatsoever. But there's comes a time where people say enough is enough is enough. I think that's where this guy was, especially someone putting their hands in your hair and pulling your hair. I think that would make me. April, what is going on? Good to see you. How are you? I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming. KT, what is going on? How are you? What is going on? Maddie, what is going on? Tower time. What is going on? Yeah, I'm not really sure what you're talking about. I'm not sure what you're asking me, so can't really answer a question I don't really know the answer to, man. What's the matter, you? It's we've come to a point in our country where we're tired of being attacked by police. And I think that we're seeing it on camera. Now, I don't recommend that you do stuff like that because that guy's now, especially because everything you do is going to get caught on camera. And if you raise a fist up to a copper and you punch that copper, there's a real good chance you're going to go to a dungeon for years and years and years, even if you're justified in hitting him. So I feel like we have to just, Aaron Peterson said they pulled my hair too. Oh yeah, it's really sad. Plead the fifth. I mean, but it's just horrible, and it's happening constantly everywhere, all over the place. Oh man, and have you guys seen? I mean, I can just take you down a run down ACAB if you guys want to see what the Brazilian police have been doing. It's like this week on Reddit, ACAB, the subreddit called ACAB, ACAB, which, as you guys know, stands for, over here on the right hand side, well, buddy. So this subreddit this week has really been featuring Brazilian. Nice to see you too, April. I believe that's a criminal act. But anyway, I want you to check out this subreddit. And this is nah, I don't know him. When American workers are offered $10,000 to find an oligarch's murderer. From that, and that's the one we just saw. So Micah X. Johnson killed 5 Dallas police officers and injured 9. These are his last words.
I don't care. My people will know what I've done. But X, we want to know. Can we find out? You not see the proof? He's fighting. That's what I'm doing. If I was a soldier and I was killing Iraqis, y'all would be praising me as a hero. And now that I kill y'all with real terrorists, now what? I'm mentally insane. But is it going to be looked at that way, X? I don't care how people know. But I'm saying you're doing this for black people, right? Yeah. How is black people going to look at it? There are many of us who feel the way I do. I understand that. But maybe if you tell your story on some type of news channel, the people who don't feel you will feel you. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Kwame, there's been too many people talking. We're talking. It's over. It's time for a revolution, brother.
But the thing is so like he says it's time. He says it's time for a revolution. But the problem with that is that they're going to kill you. If there's going to be a revolution, there better be hundreds of thousands of you who want to have a revolution. And it better be a lot better organized than that J6 garbage. I'm saying, if that's what people want to do, if they think they want to have a revolution, good luck. I don't think it's going to work. I think this government is so absolutely atrocious that they'll just murder everybody involved. That's all they'll do. So I don't recommend you start a revolution.
Open up your eyes, it's a brand new nation.
Was this a song? Am I gonna? Okay, it's not a rest in piss. Oh man, this is the healthcare CEO who got killed. They found on the gun casing, they found 3 words that said deny, defend, depose.
Open up your eyes, it's a brand new nation. The people got a prize and a blood celebration. He always used to say that life is not a paid vacation, and living is a curse if you ain't got the purse to pay them. And we could all be free so long as we ain't all too patient. Be a thorn upon the roads, deny, defend, depose. worm, but he looked to the graveyard. The guns got a wave, hitting hearts no matter how hard. Wishing he'd applied for that bulletproof credit card. Should have saved the money in the Roth for a lucky star. Now he's on that lonesome Jordan road. Would not defend.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, so I'm not sure what exactly deny, defend, depose means exactly, but it was really well put together, I thought. I don't know what deny, defend, depose actually means. You know, oh, someone said the sound is terrible. Is the sound really terrible? I'm sorry. I'm in a great big huge space, and so I just have this mic in this great big room. You know. Sounds of pain. Sounds of pain. Okay, cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you. Just double checking. I thought that deny, defend, depose, that was pretty good. I think that was a pretty good presentation for a guy who just made up a song based on finding those three words. You know, it's funny because they show most of this guy's face today. They showed most of his face. It was a good portion. I thought for sure he'd be caught by now. If we check, they probably. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, I don't know if I can show this. They might ban my stream. They will.
Oh, what the fuck, monsieur Akoui? Oui. Oh. Gado. Oh, monsieur est gone.
He's gone. He's gone.
Monsieur est gone. Oh. Get him back.
They left their cuffs on the ground. You know, I don't know about you, but I get some real joy out of watching someone get away from the police for some ridiculously stupid crime. Remember during the pandemic when there was the guy walking on the beach and the cop was going to go out there and arrest him, and the guy just took off running. The cop couldn't catch him. It was the absolute best. It was the absolute best. It was like I thoroughly enjoy seeing it when it's really deserved that they shouldn't be in that cop car anyway. You know, of course, we don't want hardcore criminals getting away with stuff, but really, I love to see when they get away from these cops.
Calgary's police chief is calling it disappointing and disgusting. A former officer is accused of using his position on the service to pursue romantic relationships with women.
Oh, there's a shocker. Cops never do that, ever.
Tara, there is now a Canada-wide warrant for the former officer who police say met women on calls and then used the service's database to contact them afterwards to try to pursue relationships. 51-year-old Brett Singer is charged and wanted, but it's believed he's left the country. He worked for 16 years as an officer in Calgary and was a constable, but he was suspended without pay in September, and he resigned shortly after. Police say the incidents date back to 2008 and carried on until the initial complaints came to them last year. That first complaint came from a woman who said she and the officer had a romantic relationship after he responded to a call. During an investigation, 9 more women were identified as having similar experiences with the same officer.
So these chicks, they're calling the cops. Someone's calling the cops, and the cops show up. And the cop, what he does as soon as he shows up on a call is he plays like, I'm a superhero. I'm your hero, baby. And he's done this to nine different women. Only 9? That's a good one, fish and chips. Only 9? I would like to see them dig in a little further. I believe it's going to be more than 9. Put a 1 in the chat if you think it's more than 9. I think it's more than 9. He's done this to dozens and dozens of women.
If you can't trust a police officer, then we're all in trouble. So at the end of the day, if you're wearing this uniform and this crest, we expect you to be professional and to be there for people in those times of need. We don't expect any of this sort of behavior, and we won't tolerate it.
Brett Singer is charged with 1 count of breach of trust and 1 count of misuse of a computer system. Those charges coming after a 16-month investigation. Police are not ruling out that other women may have had similar interactions with that police officer. If so, they're asking anyone to contact them.
Anybody in Calgary come forward? Any woman who called the cops and they got this guy Singer? Thanks, Lou. Appreciate it, man. Thanks. I just good thing I don't live in Canada. Yeah, you're much more likely to be arrested here than you are in Canada. Now, if you call the cops in Canada, well, if you get a singer who comes there, he might get under your skirt. He might get under your skirt. Thanks, Lou. Defund the police and fund delete laws. Well, I'm not selling very many trifolds because I don't cover pullover videos. If I dedicate to covering pullover videos, I sell a lot of trifolds. But if I don't do that, then, and I got to move on. I want to move on to Constitutional Law Scholar anyway. So that's what I'm going to do with my time is thanks for the funding, Lou. God bless you, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, man. God bless you, sir.
A former police officer has been charged for the death of a Bradenton man who was biking across the country. The tragedy happened over the summer in Bay County, Michigan. Tonight, our Chad Mills reveals why the cyclist's family continues to push for justice.
It's not been a good year. I'm seriously thinking that I may need to get some professional help.
Bob Blanchard, her boyfriend, an 83-year-old from Bradenton, lost his life doing what he loved to do back in June.
He has traveled crisscross the whole United States from one coast to the other, north, south, east, west.
Bob was an avid cyclist, and he just hit a personal record, 200,000 miles on bike during a cross-country ride from Bradenton to Michigan. A triumphant moment caught on camera as he pulled into his son's driveway. But victory turned to tragedy. As he cycled through a small Michigan town, Bob was hit and killed by a driver.
On the 20th, it'll be 6 months since we lost Bob.
But Judy's pain doesn't end there. Days ago, that driver, a former police officer, was charged with Bob's death, charged with a misdemeanor that might only carry 1 year in prison.
I had a feeling it might not be much, but...
A misdemeanor?
A misdemeanor for someone's life just doesn't seem like justice.
Judy's not exactly sure what justice looks like, but she thinks her late boyfriend deserves better.
The attorney for the driver tells me his client was looking down at an alert on his dashboard before the crash. He tells me his client feels horrible about the accident, but
he feels really bad that he killed Bob.
Says he wants a jury trial and plans to present a full defense against the charge.
And there's Bob right there. Bob had ridden his bike more than 200,000 miles. 200,000 miles. And of course, he gets killed by a cop who is. You can't make this shit up. You know that, right? We are living through a total dystopian nightmare of a society. That's what we're living through right now. I don't understand how you get to kill somebody by negligently looking down and not paying attention. If you can't run the computer and drive the car, then you shouldn't have the computer. Is that fair? And then Bob would still be with us. That's a fair assessment, isn't it? I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. Oh yeah. Oh, well, if I show this though, they won't let you guys see the building of the first couple lines of constitutional law scholar. That's a lackluster video. Police chief runs over someone in a crosswalk and receives no repercussions. Just, there's your short right there for my editors. There's your whole short. Just make the short 10 seconds long. Here's your whole short video. Police chief runs over someone in the sidewalk, and show the headline. You guys get to see the headline? Receives no repercussions. There's your whole short. There's your whole 10-second short. That's our country right there in a nutshell, right there. That's it. That sums it all up right there. That is absolutely perfection. You can't get a better headline that doesn't sum up America than that one right there. I can't believe how absolutely perfect this headline encapsulates everything, makes it just like an acorn. Police chief runs over someone in a crosswalk and receives no repercussions, not punishment, not charges, not indictment, repercussions. If you ran over somebody in a crosswalk, would you get repercussions, or would you be indicted or face charges or be arrested? Look at how perfect that headline summarizes America. Take a look. There it is right there. Oh, it's perfect, isn't it? Isn't it absolutely perfect right there? Put a one in the chat. If that headline sums everything up. There it is, Lou. I got a bunch of these t-shirts. I just haven't put them out yet. Constitutional Law Scholar. I'm going to wait till the whole wall is built before, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait till it's, I don't have a 700 club. I don't have any undergraduate degree. I did go to college for 5 years, but I didn't graduate. I just started studying and studying and studying and studying and studying. I guess, I'm just a regular dude who just learned a bunch of stuff. So if you want to learn it, but the thing is I'm putting it into a game where people can buy the game and then learn the same stuff that I know in my head. So that's this headline is just defund the police and fund constitutional law scholar. Thanks, Lou. Appreciate you, man. This is just so freaking funny. Sorry, I didn't mean to get lost in this one little microcosm of on this day in 1969, anti-fascist activist and community organizer Fred Hampton was assassinated by a Chicago Police Department assault in his own home. Yeah, he was in his own bed. They shot through the door and they killed Fred Hampton. Pretty bad. What is this?
That's my collar number. It's just if you are written, it's not appropriate in any capacity. Yeah. Just be careful. What is it? Bear in mind, you've got a school there, and you've got kids walking past. Last thing you want. We're all for protesting and everything like that. But be careful what's written. Okay. Bear in mind, you've got a school.
Cops with hurt feelings fail in fight with anti-cop pavement chalking. No one tell them what ACAB stands for. I don't think they'll cope.
There, and you've got kids walking past. Last thing you want. We're all for protesting and everything like that. But be careful what's written. Okay. Like, it's not appropriate. I can say no comments. I'm just not telling you it's not appropriate.
Oh, this music. I better kill this music. So the cops are out there scrubbing and cleaning because it's anti-police. That is... What the hell are we even looking at? What are we even looking at? I don't even know what country this is in, but I'd like to know. Thank you.
Oh, I remember you. Hello, how are you?
You're such a nice copper, I swear. Colorado town votes to disband useless police department. Morrison votes to disband its police department. Canyon Courier. Let me put it back, write it back over here for you guys so you guys can read what I'm reading here at the same time. So there's no video. Where's the article at? It was supposed to be an article here. What happened to the article that I just had for this? Bad chicken. Well, we can just look it up, right? Disband.
Well, we turn now to some new information. The town of Morrison is shutting down their police department next month.
Yeah, the whole police department closing down. The Board of Trustees approved a budget earlier this week that does away with that funding. Fox 31's Carly Moore, she joined us live this morning. You know, and Carly, this isn't a crazy thing. We've heard of other towns doing the same thing.
Yeah, Morrison, a pretty small town. So typically, it's the small towns where they have, just a handful of officers on staff that this kind of makes sense for them, or that's what they're saying. Kirk, Andrea, good morning. And so what's happening is the Morrison Police Department itself will no longer exist. And actually, the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office will take over. They're already doing some night patrols here anyway. So all of this will take effect the start of the year. Also, Morrison police officers have already been deputized back in June. So according to board documents, the police department cost $1.47 million in 2023. And this year it costs more than what was budgeted. So the PD took up about 41% of the town's budget that was proposed for next year. The proposed police budget was $1.67 million for 2025, far exceeding everything else. Through traffic control fees and court fines, the agency brought in a total revenue of just over $568,000 in 2023.
$568,000 was stolen from those residents.
They were hoping for $930,000.
They wanted to rip them off twice as bad.
So a spokesperson for the sheriff's office says the transition will be smooth and they're ready for the task.
The same professional law enforcement services that we have always provided the residents of Morrison, and that they should not be concerned about anything regarding their safety or the security of their town.
Yeah, they're going to keep you safe.
Now, both sides are still working out a contract right now. No word on how much that will cost the town, but their deputies have been patrolling the town overnight since 2020. So also in 2020, the former chief says he was forced to retire because he wasn't writing enough tickets, apparently, for the department's financial issues. So, of course, we spoke to some of the business owners out here, and they said they're kind of
like, I'm kind of glad we watched this, because the police department is not supposed to. The police department's not supposed to make money. You're not supposed to make money with the police department. It's supposed to be a service. You're supposed to pay into it. They just have this belief that they're supposed to make money, that it's supposed to be a profit generating system. And it's not. They're not supposed to be writing enough tickets to raise money to pay the police department. And that's what it's become. And that's what we're facing constantly, day in and day out. I find it absolutely atrocious. What is going on? Chevy, Bill Streets, what is going on, my friend? Dr. Donna, how are you? Good to see you. Oh, it's cool, man. Right on. Good to see you, man. Good to see you guys. What's going on, Jack? How are you? Aaron, what is going on? What is going on? Chevy, what is up, Playboy? Jack, changed your picture to Jack's, huh? Just say no to piggy quotas. This video kind of encompasses the big problem that we're dealing with in America, is that these police departments think that they are profit generating centers, and they're simply not. They simply are not at all whatsoever. And it's such a crime that that's the way it's been.
Even different about the situation because they're pretty strict, I guess, when it comes to the parking and the speeding situation. I know they had some photo radar out here on, I think it's 25 miles an hour out here. So just something to keep in mind. Obviously, that'll now be the sheriff's
25 miles an hour. Do you know how slow that is?
office job for that. Live in Morrison this morning, Carly Moore, Fox 31.
Yeah, definitely it will be a change and one that's happening pretty quick. But I mean, with a small department like that, you have to, they kind of have to figure out what to do.
Yeah, figure out what to do, huh? Figure out what we can do. I'm a survivor of police brutality, and this is my story. Oh, hey, you know what? You know what? You, my friend, her name is Gemma, and you got really fortunate because we're just kind of scrolling around the internet to see. Whoops, sorry about that. That's not what I was trying to do. So this is her story. Nobody. Let me jump in here first. This is Survivor 1984 coming on the screen. All right. Let me. Can I get a drum roll, please, everybody? Listen, drum roll, please. This is a world debut. Survivor 1984 has never been heard before. This is the first time she's ever being heard. And I'm not mocking her. I'm saying that I'm serious. This is a world debut. Nobody has seen this woman's video before right now. And you guys are going to see it first.
Jenna. I live in Grand Rapids, Minnesota, and I'm a survivor of what I would describe as police brutality, of law enforcement misusing their power and abusing their power and violating their oaths as law enforcement officers. I was raped on August of 2021 here in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. And after I was raped, I was treated like shit by two cops in ranks at this department. One was a investigating law enforcement officer. I think the other at the time was either a sergeant or a captain, but now one of them got bumped up in ranks. But nonetheless, I was treated like shit. What they actually ended up doing is having a meeting behind my back with the director of the facility where I was raped, and they had a meeting of what to do with me. And after that meeting, they then tried to have a social worker trump on my rights, to violate my rights, and try to take my rights away, which they lost in the court of law. I actually won my case. They didn't win their case. I have full capacity and competency. I'm not incapacitated. I'm not incompetent. I might be an individual that battles with autism and post-traumatic stress and physical disabilities, but I have full capacity and competency. But they did everything in their power to protect the director of that facility, as well as the man that raped me. I never got justice. The police are not there to help us. Even the sexual violent, domestic violent advocates, they protected cops that were doing unethical and illegal things. They are called cop apologists. For the last 3 years, now it's December 2024, for the last almost 3 years since I was raped here in Grand Rapids, Minnesota, I have tried to understand this department. I have practiced compassion with this department. They've gone through 3 different chiefs of police. In this department, I have tried to understand them. I have had meetings with the newer chief of police, Andy Morgan. I have tried to practice compassion with this chief of police, but this man does not have my best interest at heart, because he employs his department to engage in harassment, stalking, unwarranted surveillance, stingray technology, and so forth. This department has violated my rights as a citizen. They have repeatedly hacked into my phone. Facts. They use this thing called stingray technology. You can do more research about that. But that's, they should use it on people who are actually committing, it's a violation of a right. So I don't think they can even use it on criminals, but they still do. But they violate people's rights nonetheless. But it's a thing. They have the capability of actually hacking into our phones. So multiple times my phone has been hacked into. I've had to actually reset it back to factory. I've done it multiple times, but they continue to hack into it, and I have nothing to hide. But it's a violation of my rights.
Put a 1 in the chat if you're familiar with Stingray technology.
Another thing they do is they do unwarranted surveillance, and I don't consent to this. And I have filmed their surveillance drones they use. The Grand Rapids, Minnesota Police Department has drones, and they are violating the code of ethics and misusing these surveillance drones. They're actually using them to stalk and harass citizens. It's called unwarranted surveillance. Just 10 minutes ago, one of their fucking drones came out and flew very low. They're very, very loud. They sound almost like a helicopter. They flew very, very low right down the street in front of my apartment building. When I went out for a walk, there was 4 surveillance drones outside my apartment building. I have filmed these multiple times. I used to actually have them up on a YouTube channel. Hell, I actually even sent them to law enforcement. I even shared the video to the chief of police, who tried to deny it 100 times over that he doesn't have drones. They do have drones. Even the BCA through the state of Minnesota acknowledges that they have drones. They are misusing drones on citizens here. They are targeting survivors of domestic and sexual violence. They are re-victimizing survivors of sexual and domestic violence up here. I am dealing with a department of cops that are breaking and violating their oaths as law enforcement officers. They are abusing their badge. This is called harassment.
So, it's funny because as she talks, put a 1 in the chat if that's your police department. Put a 1 in the chat if that's your county. Put a 1 in the chat if that's your borough, if that's your district, if that's your municipality police. If everything she said you can apply directly to your own life as well, put a 1 in the chat. I mean, she's saying everything that we feel. She's spot on, saying what we're all going through every day.
Unwarranted surveillance. This is stalking. This is misuse of their Stingray technology. When I go on walks on my walker, I have had cops on unmarked vehicles, as well as utilizing city vehicles. We're talking city unmarked vehicles, city law enforcement officer vehicles, to literally harass and stalk me. Okay. And how do they do it? Because they have the technology. When you have your cell phone with you, they have the technology to GPS track your whereabouts at all times. Law enforcement has a bunch of technology. This is why when women, for example, who marry or date a cop and then they try to end a relationship because they're being domestically abused by cops. And by the way, for statistic wise, cops, not all of them, but a lot of them are notorious for beating their girlfriends, boyfriends, wives. They're notorious domestic abusers themselves. Okay. And when these women try to flee and leave their abusive husband or boyfriend or girlfriend who's a cop, their abusive spouses or girlfriends, ex-girlfriends, boyfriends will use their law enforcement technology, if that's Stingray technology, GPS tracking, surveillance drones, to harass and stalk the people that they're abusing. 100% factual.
Shit.
I have addressed this multiple times with the Grand Rapids, Minnesota Police Department. They do not stop. They take no accountability. They fucking lie through their teeth. I have brought it to the attention of where I've been in severe emotional distress because that's what they're doing. I've asked them to stop. They don't respect the word stop. I've said, no, I do not consent. They don't stop. I just emailed the chief of police a couple days ago. I think it was just yesterday, and I let him know that I no longer support law enforcement. I told him the next time his department harasses the fuck out of me, uses their drones to do unwarranted surveillance, uses their police vehicles, unmarked vehicles, has their community watch citizens, buddies, and so forth to engage in harassment and stalking of me, that I'm going to record, film them, and put them on fucking YouTube. And so they can become famous for the whole world to see of what's going on here in the state of Minnesota.
Oh, no, we know, hon. We know. And it doesn't matter if you film them. The judges don't even care. You can film them till you're blue in the face. You can show the judge what they did to you. You can be charged with assaulting a police officer, charged with a felony for assaulting a police officer. They watch the video camera back and they see the footage and realize that you did not assault the police officer, that he assaulted you. And the cop doesn't get charged. That's the America that we're living in. We know that. I'm not really sure. Doesn't everybody know this now? Aren't we all tuned in now?
With cops behaving badly. That's right. Because these law enforcement has their community watch citizens, buddies, and so forth to engage in harassment and stalking of me, that I'm going to record, film them, and put them on fucking YouTube. And so they can become famous for the whole world to see of what's going on here in the state of Minnesota with cops behaving badly. That's right. Because these law enforcement officers are violating their oaths. They're unbecoming themselves as law enforcement officers. They are doing crooked, corrupt things. They are literally harassing and terrorizing a victim of rape in their fucking community. I started being targeted by this department after I publicly outed 2 law enforcement officers, an investigating law enforcement officer as well as a captain. So now he's a captain, but at the time I believe he was a sergeant, for how they treated me after I was raped. I never got justice, but they protected the man that raped me, and they protected the institution where I was raped. They did everything in their power to shut me the fuck up. Cops are not your friends. And I can say this straight up. I don't support law enforcement at all. I used to be a police supporter, but not anymore. I have tried to understand this department. I practice compassion with these abusers because I am being abused by the Grand Rapids, Minnesota police. This is abuse of their power, abuse of their badge. I do not consent to this. I have asked them to stop doing unwarranted surveillance of me. I've asked them to stop using Stingray technology to hack into my phone, and they do it. They have turned my fucking camera on, man. They also, while on phone calls with people, if you don't believe this shit happens, it does. They can tap your fucking phone, GPS track your phone. These cops have so much power. I am dealing with cops that I would classify that are psychopaths. I even on reddit.com told the world why I don't support law enforcement officers. And of course I got a bunch of law enforcement officers on asklawenforcement.com, as well as the Reddit page for police. I had a bunch of cops. I even had cops tell me to kill myself.
You know, she announced in the beginning of her presentation that she was autistic. So I'm not saying anything that she didn't say already. I just want to point out that because she is autistic, if you know anybody who has autism, and I do, my buddy Zach is autistic. I've known him for almost 3 decades. And a lot of autistic people don't have a filter for the truth. They just say the truth out loud, whether you want to hear it or not. For example, if you drive by a massage parlor with Zach, he'll go, "Hey, that's where guys go in to get a happy ending." He says things out loud, and he might be in front of his grandmother when he says it. He just says things out loud. She's just saying the truth out loud. It's just blurting right out of her. The absolute truth is just spitting out of her mouth. And she's saying the cops are unworthy. They're not that they violate her, that they break their oath to office, and I think the richest part of this whole thing is her saying that she's going to report them and she's going to get them on video and she's going to show the world. And she went on reddit.com and she announced to the world that cops are bad. And then she went to ask law enforcement, and all those cops, they told her to kill herself. So she's doing everything right here.
Cops that live on reddit.com told the world power. I am dealing with cops that I would classify that are psychopaths. I even on reddit.com told the world why I don't support law enforcement officers. And of course, I got a bunch of law enforcement officers on asklawenforcement.com, as well as the Reddit page for police. I had a bunch of cops. I even had cops tell me to kill myself. I had cops that literally harassed me online for saying why I don't support law enforcement at all, why I don't support police officers because they abuse their badge and their fucking uniform. I read other horror stories on Reddit about women who were being stalked and harassed by police officers. Women who tried to flee, get away from their abusive cop husband, whatever, and how they were being harassed, stalked. They were using unwarranted surveillance. They had GPS track their phone, tap their phone, stingray, the whole works. Okay, this is real life shit. Okay, but it's happening here in the good old town of Grand Rapids, Minnesota, here in northern Minnesota. Our department here, our local police department is abusing their power. They're actually unbecoming themselves of law enforcement officers. They're violating their oaths. They have no right to harass me, stalk me, do unwarranted surveillance of me. I have not committed a fucking crime. I am not a criminal. I'm a survivor of sexual violence in their fucking community. I never got justice. And for the last 3 years, they have made my life hell. They have actually tried to push me to suicide. They have made my life a living hell.
Wow. Let's do something. Let's do something. So this is her channel. Her channel is Survivor 1984. I'm going to subscribe to her channel. Why don't we, she turned the comments off. So the comments are turned off. So we can't reward her by saying thank you for making the video. But here's the link to the video. You can subscribe to the channel. We can do I guarantee you, I'll bet the farm right now that this is her only video. It is. It's her only video. Wow, I'm one of 4 subscribers. I'm one of 4 people who have subscribed. So if you are another channel and you watch my channel, you should feature this woman. I know a lot of, so, I mean, there's only 150 people here between all 6 channels I have. And let me see, view your channel here. And on one channel, we have, we have 67 people watching on this one channel. Can you guys hear me okay? Sorry about that. Oh, shoot. 1 second. Can you guys hear me all right? Give me a 5x5. One second. Okay, I got to get the flock out of here pretty quick. Can you guys hear me all right? Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, you guys can hear me okay. I have a little bit of a thing that just happened. A friend of mine just contacted me and said that they need me. Okay, I see. Yes, I can do that. I'm so sorry. I hate to just cut and run, but I got to get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk, you guys. So I'll continue building this Constitutional Law Scholar tomorrow. I will be here tomorrow doing this as well. And then we'll cover a few videos. Thank you guys so much for coming. I appreciate you all. Subscribe to this girl's channel. Here's the link to her channel. Subscribe to her channel. Show her that she's supported. Don't let her make a video like that and leave her unsupported. All right, listen, thanks for coming. I'll see you guys. Chevy! I got to see Chevy again for the first time in a while. Dr. Donna, Soy Leal, Bruce, Greg, Chevy. I plead the 5th. What is going on? Fish and Chips. Good to see you. What's the matter, you? What's the matter, you? Hoo-hoo. Clown Patrol. What is going on? Mad Hatter, Charles, Aaron, thank you for coming. I super appreciate it. April was in here. Bill was in here. KT, great to see you, KT. Thank you for coming. I super appreciate it. Ghostman, Maddie, what is going on? Okay, Kevin Brzezinski, what is going on? What? Plead the 5th. I got to get the flock out of here. I'll see you on the next one. Later, Gators.